A family in Russia has an interesting and very rare tale about their beloved cat, Simina. As a teenager, daughter Dasha was at last welcomed into the world of cat servants after years of pleading. They visited a local man who was adopting a few fur babies. She and her mother disagreed over which kitten was the perfect fit. One was cuter, according to Dasha, and one was a bit more scraggly that her mother was drawn to. Little did they know her appearance was about to drastically change. When the family adopted Simina as a kitten, she was an energetic little thing that could have been easily mistaken for a dust bunny. As she grew older, though, Simina's appearance changed in a way that horrified nearly everyone who saw her. In Russia, a high school girl named Dasha was getting ready to meet a new addition to her family. Her mother wanted a kitten, and she'd organized a meeting with someone who was trying to find families for a few felines. Right away, though, there was a disagreement. Dasha's mom opted to bring home her cat of choice, which the family eventually named Simina, and whom they dubbed a funny and disheveled tangle of energy. She was a scruffy-looking kitten, but still very cute. That is, until she started growing. As Simina the cat grew older, she shed some hair in places she'd once had in abundance. The family, in a lighthearted sense, felt deceived. Their cat had grown out of her fuzziness and into something a little less cute. Simina grew into such a strange-looking cat that Dasha's guests often asked if she'd found the animal in Chernobyl. They were referring, of course, to the infamous city that was abandoned after a meltdown at the nuclear power plant of the same name in 1986. But in all seriousness, did Simina really look so disastrous that guests in Dasha's home genuinely mistook her for one of the mutated animals living on the site of a nuclear disaster?
Also, if you have not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these real-life stories every day. Now, back to the story.
Well, over 4 years, Simina changed and changed, until fur only protruded in bunches from her underbelly like a bad woolen bedskirt. The rest of her coat was pretty much bald. Still, the family didn't flinch at what their cat, a sphinx as it turned out mixed with another breed of cat, had become. To them and to many others, Simina was cute, if not a bit odd-looking. Still, she developed a few weird habits. For one, Simina loved ice cream. Apparently, she didn't mind the terrible stomach aches the dairy-based dessert was liable to give most felines. She couldn't get enough of it. But that wasn't even her strangest obsession. Apparently, Simina also loved Hematogen, a Russian candy bar for children. With her excellent ears, she could hear someone unwrapping a bar on the other side of the apartment. And once this happened, she'd run over for a bite. Now, on most nights, Dasha, now no longer a teenager, would sleep beside her warm, loving kitty, despite her odd looks. No one spent quite as much time with Simina as Dasha did, and for a good reason. Now, Simina at first didn't get along so well with the men of the household. Whenever she saw Dasha's younger brother, she hid, studying him and watching him. She only interacted with men after a great deal of caution. Peculiar as Simina might have been, in a lot of ways, she was no different than your typical household tabby. She played with toys, was an avid cuddler, and of course, she ignored attempts to get her attention. On top of that, Simina was dangerous in a way that only house cats could be. The family admitted she was cute and affectionate one moment, but in an instant, her mood would change and she'd lash out with sharp claws. That said, caring for Simina did require a bit of additional work for the family. Dasha and her mother had to clean the cat twice per day and wipe gunk out of her eyes. Evidently, she was a dirty cat. Because of all that dirt and gunk, people who didn't know Simina constantly asked if the unique cat came from Chernobyl, or they'd call her something from a nightmare. These comments never changed how Dasha and her family felt about their cat, though. The family just loved their strange and quirky cat. They loved the way she hunted flies with ruthless abandon. They loved the way she hid in the closet and blended in with old clothes. And Dasha even had a message to fellow cat lovers out there. Dasha wanted the world to know that just because Simina didn't have a certain breed didn't mean she was some kind of monster. Dasha's message continued, and she admitted that it didn't matter what your cat looked like. You should love her like she's the most beautiful on the planet, because rest assured, your little feline will look at you that way. While Dasha probably wasn't telling her friends she had the conventionally best-looking cat out there, at least she had plenty to say about the unique, loving sweetheart who loved to play and cuddle with her as only Simina could. While the Sphinx in Simina might make her look a little funny, purebred Sphinx cats are actually highly sought after, and that means they come with a big price tag. Having a unique cat like Simina growing up, Dasha's family learned a valuable lesson early in life. Never judge a person by their looks, a book by its cover, or a cat by its fur.
If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with someone who may find it interesting. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.